Okay.
Cool. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for coming today. Today's webinar is a intro into smart search and keyword search. My name is Jade. I'm a product owner here at iHome Finder, and my co-host is Dino. He's our training manager. Um, so we're going to cover two new search features, smart search and keyword search. And then we're going to walk through the new search settings page. We'll have time for Dino to do a demo and hopefully time for Q&A. So we'll jump in. So what is smart search? It's search that speaks your visitor's language. At a high level, it's about removing friction between what a visitor wants and helping them figure out what to see. So the smart search is it handles the search automatically. All the visitor needs to do is just simply type plain language. It applies the right filters, pulls in relevant keyword terms, and applies all the right search filters as well. So it's going to provide less friction. That means your visitors are on your website longer. They're going to be getting relevant listings faster, and that means they're going to convert more. And you can use quick search, or you can use the smart search to create save searches, create markets. For those of you that are on premium plan levels, this is already working and part of your package. You just need to enable it. So how it works. So a visitor types something like three-bedroom homes with ADU under 1 million, just simple plain English. The smart search AI is going to interpret the intent of the phrase and do a couple things. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to apply search filters like price, beds, bath. And then it's going to start to apply related keyword terms like ADU. It took it one step further for me and added accessory dwelling unit. And then those keywords are going to match against the listing description. So the visitor didn't have to touch a single filter. And as you can see here, I pulled up 133 listings. So it does a really good job. Um, Keyword search is going to surface listings that standard filters might miss. Keyword search is a little different in that it's available to all of our clients. You do need to be using version 10. And then rather than interpreting the phrase, it actually scans the text inside the listing description and then matches terms that the visitor uses. So if someone searches like chef kitchen or indoor outdoor, keyword search is going to find where those exact terms or keywords are used in the listing description. It's a really great way to surface listings that might otherwise get buried because they don't match standard filter categories. Keep in mind that while this is available on every plan level, it works so nicely with accounts that have Smart Search. Smart Search does the heavy lifting of applying the keyword terms for you, so they work really, really cool together. We'll see that in the demo. So alongside of those two features, we also shipped a brand new search setting page. This is where you go to enable and configure Smart Search. It's also where you can customize your drop-down menu or your drop-down search bar. So when visitors click into the search, they can see your curated markets. They can see their own saved searches if they're a returning customer to your site. And then you can customize placeholder text in the search bar itself. So it makes a really big difference in guiding visitors the moment they land on your site. Um, think of it as like turning your search bar into a navigation tool. So let's zoom out for a second. What does this mean for your day to day? Visitors are going to find what they're looking for faster, which means they stay on your website longer, they're more engaged, and they're more likely to convert. So it's just overall better lead engagement. It means you're going to have more control over how search works on your site. Um, and you're going to be able to create your markets and your lead saved searches. So those are going to be empowered and more impactful with Smart Search. And keyword search rewards really well written property detail pages and highlights unique property details. With that, Dino, I'll pass it to you for the demo. And
Awesome. Thanks, Jade. You go ahead and share my screen with you folks. And if you want to check this out any further, you can go to ihomefinder.training. That's actually what we're using for the demo here. and feel free to go ahead and demo the search page. So Smart Search is the result of iHomeFinder's commitment to drive innovation and create tools for you and your clients. We didn't want to create just a simple search using language. We wanted to create a feature-rich, available search that would really literally start a conversation between the search page, the iHomeFinder system, yourself, and the end user. So we're going to go ahead and take a look here. You can see here in the background that I've got some things playing in here. Try luxury homes under 15 million. And the next one that's going to come up is going to be 3-bedroom homes with a pool. Now you have complete control of this scripting that's kind of trying to help your clients along in the back end of the system, which I'm going to show you momentarily. But let's just go ahead and do a search here. 3-bedroom, 2 baths with home and an updated kitchen under 2 million. And what our language model is doing now is it's searching the entire MLS. We didn't specify a city. It has the ability to search large blocks of areas or very narrow blocks of areas as well. And note here, now we have 72 results. And look, we have the minimum here. We have the beds and baths, and it automatically put all of this information in for you. And now you can see that we have these specific homes that meet this criteria. Let's go ahead and try
Oh,
one
another
more
thing,
here.
can I interrupt you really quick? The other cool
Sure.
thing that I noticed it did it as under keywords, you did updated kitchen and look at it added, if you, yeah, it
Yes.
added renovated, modern. So it added synonyms and related terms for you. That's what I'm talking about when I say it will make the keyword search even better and kind of do the heavy lifting by interpreting what you mean. Sorry, go on, Dino.
Yes, indeed. Thanks, Jay. So let's just do one more search here.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah, so we're going to do in Roseville, but you know what? I'm going to spell it wrong.
Yeah, leave the E off.
So what our language interpreter will do is it will fix the spelling in here. And it did all of the same things here. Four bedroom, 3-car garage, and notice we are in Roseville,
And
California.
can I interrupt you again really quick? You'll
Of
notice it
course.
didn't do keywords, but if you go under more, Dino, you'll see that what it did
Yep.
instead is we have search criteria for garage and pool, so it toggled those on for you. There wasn't a need to use keywords in this instance. Sorry.
Correct. It when the in the more tab is the advanced search options. These search options will differ from one MLS to the other. There are over 800 MLSs that are independently running in the United States. So this page will actually change. So your mileage will vary over here. One of the things I quickly wanted to do is here in your iHome Finder control panel, now we have a general area under search settings where you can toggle on and off and specify specific things that are in this language search that we're having in the smart search. So what I've done here is I can just toggle on the standard search or just the smart search. I have them both running because kind of want to show you folks everything that it does. And I have save searches that are in the system. I added these markets and added save searches because I'm logged in as a client, and the search suggestions here as well as the scripting that goes on in the background. And what I want to do now is kind of go here and lose this search. And you can see this is the suggestions, the markets, the saved searches, because I'm logged in as a lead right now. So my saved searches that I've saved are all in here for me to access quickly. And then, of course, I can just simply access Roseville and Cameron Park or any of these cities that are in your custom city list here. And so that's everything we really wanted to show you today on the demo. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to you, Jade.
Yeah, one thing I want to add, let me share my screen again. Was if you do both, like what Dino had here. So Dino had both turned on. I think this is a good choice. It gives folks the option to toggle between Smart Search and Classic or Standard Search. So they can toggle between either search experience. Another thing is when your leads are logged in, here, let me log in as one of my clients. When they're logged into their property organizer, if they save any searches with keywords or a smart search phrase, that's going to show up on their saved searches. So they'll know what saved search it was and what phrase they used. Also, you can create markets using using smart search and keyword search as well. So you'll be able to create markets. You'll also be able to see in your leads property organizer sorry, I think this lead doesn't actually have a smart search phrase, but you'll also be able to see if their if their saved search has a smart search phrase or has keywords. So all of that information is retained across markets and saved searches as well. And then if we go back to my slides really quick, I wanted to point out, because we did a lot of work this quarter, a few other important things before we get to the Q&A that I wanted to go over. And if you have questions, start dropping them in the chat. We'll hop into the Q&A in a minute here. But a few other things that we did this quarter is, and this is specific to folks in California, so bear with me, but let's see. So for California, there was a new law, AB 723. It requires agents and brokers to disclose when listing photos have been altered or AI enhanced. This is in the interest of consumer transparency. So we moved really quickly on this one. So if you're in California, you're already covered. The disclosure shows up automatically on your property detail pages. You don't have to configure anything. And then for everybody else, this is just a really good example of how we stay ahead of compliance changes for you. The second thing we did is, so now when you're on the go and you're using the mobile app and you need to save a search for a lead or edit an existing search for a lead, you have all of the MLS advanced criteria available to you, and anything you do on the mobile app around those saved searches is going to just sync back to desktop, sync back to the lead alert. And then let's see, do we have any questions, or can I move on to my next slide?
I did have a quick question from Frank. Frank asked if he could get a list of keywords used in searches on his website. Not at this time, Frank, but we are going to take a look at that in the future. And I have actually had a conversation about this already. We're going to take a look and we're going to see if that's possible. So that may be coming in the future.
Yeah, so a list of keywords. I mean, yeah, I'd be curious to understand what the list of keywords will do for you. Because remember, it's what consumers, it's what they're on your website, and it's what they're interested in searching. So they could do vaulted ceilings, upgraded kitchen, and if that term shows up in a listing description, that listing is going to populate it as a result. So I mean, the list of keywords could be quite long because it's anything that could be
Very
used in
long.
a listing description. So I don't know if it would be useful for us to give you a list of it, given that it's what a visitor on your website, kind of what they would want to search. But we can look into that. Or one thing I am going to say is my next slide. This brings me to my next slide. If it'll advance.
And really quickly, Jade, here we have a question from Holly. Holly,
Sure.
Holly wanted to know if she actually had this enabled on her account. Holly, what I'll do is I'll have your account rep call you today and let you know what you have to do to enable this search within your system. Thanks
Yes.
for the question, Holly.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let me get to my last slide because we're going to talk about that. So if you're ready to put these features to work, there's 3 things I'd encourage you to do. Maybe Holly, a good thing to do would be to call customer success or shoot us an email, or we can actually have someone just follow up with you. And another thing I would suggest is people actually get into their setup settings, that general page, take a look at what's new, try configuring your search bar, drop down menu, turning a smart search on. Secondly, I would suggest try creating a market using smart search. Try something like 3 bedroom, 2 bath with vaulted ceilings and see what happens. The third thing that you might want to do is pull up a lead record and actually, based on their viewing and searching behavior, create a safe search for them using smart search and see how that works. If Smart Search is not a part of your package, our account executives are going to be reaching out to you to walk through possible upgrade paths if you're interested. Any other questions we should?
Yeah, we do have another one from Frank. Frank asked, do all listings on my site have to be indexed for Smart Search to work properly? Actually, they don't, Frank. So the way that Smart Search works, you can look at it like a piece of pie. The search is good as long as that piece of pie is sitting on the table. Once it's been consumed, the next time the question is asked, it will go ahead and grab another piece of pie. So it's all real-time information. And so if a listing was added, if there were two listings in a specific search that were added, and the person came back 2 hours later and did the same exact search string, those two new listings would show up if they were applicable. So there isn't any indexing. It's all done live at the moment that the question is actually asked.
Yeah, and think of it this way too. What Smart Search is doing is it's applying the search filters that a site visitor would usually apply for themselves. So the core of the search hasn't really changed. It's still just searching MLS data. It's just Smart Search is applying the filters for the searcher, if that makes sense, and then applying keywords to get even more refined. So nothing's changed there. Hope that helps.
All
Any other
right.
questions?
Yes, we have a question from Roger. Is Smart Search in Max Pro?
Yes, yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It is in the Max Pro system.
Yeah. Oh, there are the questions. I'm so sorry, Tino. I didn't see all of them. Okay. Um,
Awesome. So any other questions, folks? We're happy to help you. If you do want to talk to customer success, the email address is just customersuccess@ihomefinder.com, or you can call our toll-free number at 866-700-8855 and push option 5 for customer success, or option 1 for support, option 2 for your account manager. I'm going to go ahead and put the toll-free number into the chat
thank
box
you.
here.
Yeah, and thank you guys so much for joining us today. And again, get into your account, play around with your options, and expect a call. If you don't have Smart Search, we'll be reaching out to see if you're interested in adding it to your account. And thank you guys so much.
We did have one more question from Frank. Frank said, I'm thinking that I can probably use some of those keywords to write content when I'm building a community page.
Oh, that's a
Uh,
great idea.
yeah, that's a great question. And you know, Frank, I do a lot of working with keywords in our clients. One of the things that you can really leverage is artificial intelligence, like ChatGPT. You can go out and ask it keywords for a market or a client, and it will actually go out and do a keyword search of real estate internet sites. It's actually worked very good for me when we're instructing you to write blog content or community pages. We actually ask when I'll ask ChatGPT to write the content, give you the top 10 reasons to live in Roseville, California. Please add all relevant SEO keywords for the Roseville market in Northern California. And it will get a lot of those keywords actually in a blog, in a community page, or you can grab a list of keywords in there as well, Frank. So I hope that answers your question. And Frank, feel free to contact me if you want to talk about this any further.
Yeah, and Frank, also you can just start too by if you want to add listing content to a blog post, let's say for particular keywords, you can start by creating the market. And if you have Smart Search, just type it in, and then Smart Search will apply the proper keywords for you. Or if you want to create, add your own keywords, you just hit that edit button and go ahead and add the keywords that you want, and then apply that to your market, name it, and save it. Like that.
All right. It looks like we are done with the questions. Again, everybody, our toll-free number is 866-700-8855. If you have any questions, feel free to call customer success, call your account manager. We're here to help you today and for the rest of the next week with any questions on this. You can also email customer success at ihomefinder.com as well. Thanks, everybody, for coming. We appreciate your time, and we'll be talking to you in the near future. Take care.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.